Hello and welcome to this video. Today's video is going to be a musical tribute to one of my heroes, to, of course, the great John McLAUGHLin. Now, I have wanted for a while now to do some musical tributes here on the channel, and I think Mr. McLAUGHLin is obviously first on the list. It would be wonderful to try and put together a band that mimics, say, the Mahavishnu Orchestra, with me playing a great big double bass drum kit, a electric violinist. You know, that would be a wonderful thing to do, and I'm hoping in the future I will be able to do that. But on this video, what we're going to be doing is exploring the musical legacy, what I have got from John McLAUGHLin's music, and trying to encapsulate that into a new improvised music. Now, before we get to the music, I have to say that the many conversations I have with musicians from all around the world where they lament the passing of the music industry, especially the music industry around progressive rock, jazz rock fusion, jazz, improvised music. And I find this quite perturbing because here I am with a channel with a reasonable audience, an audience interested in that music, and I keep saying to them, no, the problem is that you think that your audience is on album or CD or trying to go out and play concerts, when that audience, you have to reach them in another way. This is really the motivation behind videos like this, is to try and keep this music alive and to try and present it to the audience. Now, it requires something from the audience as well, because those of you just, you know, milling around on YouTube trying to watch a video where someone's saying something contentious or interesting, or just trying to find somebody talking so you can go to sleep. This video doesn't act like this. What you're about to see is a long form piece of music. When I stop speaking and the music starts, really you need to put your headphones on, sit back and take this in as it's a performance. If you're not ready to do now, then please like, subscribe, maybe bookmark this video so you can watch it later. And if that works, this provides a platform for other musicians to come into this space and create new music for an audience in an entirely new way, which I think is very exciting. So what do you have in store today musically? Well, when I thought I wanted to do a tribute to John McLAUGHLin, I realised I would have to bring in one hell of a guitar player, able to alternate pick like a beast, have huge harmonic knowledge and an understanding of rock music, jazz music and even Indian classical music. And the first guy that leapt into my mind, of course, was Chandan Hanspal. Some of you may know him from his YouTube channel where he explores the music of Frank Zappa and other musicians, an incredible virtuoso player. So I put this idea to Chandan, and of course he was up for it, so you will see Chandan in this video. I also brought in my friend Sonny Mahindra. Now, I used to play with Sonny way back, nearly 40 years ago, when I was playing in the Bhangra bands. The Bhangra bands, Bhangra music is a British music form that is very popular in this country and utilises qawwali's in a sort of pop rock setting, very percussion heavy, and Sonny's a great tabla player. I met him actually in a Bhangra band called Geet the Mega Band, so it's lovely to be able to say their name. A blast from the past for the Bhangra fans out there. Yes, both me and Sonny played in Geet the Mega Band. And I thought it would be interesting to try and utilise that lineup, a very simple lineup of drums, tabla and guitar playing over a very simple drone. This is basically the form of a rag, which you would hear in Indian classical music. But in Indian classical music, you would have to strictly stick to the rag, which is a type of scale or mode. John McLAUGHLin has always worked within that scenario, but he has never stuck to that Indian classical sort of rule structure. And he has pulled harmonic content from the blues, from jazz harmony. He has put different scales on top of scales, the sort of whole harmonic framework that you get from jazz. And that is something that I really wanted Chanaan to do. And so what you see here is a piece of music developing in a way which is very much like a rag. You will hear the drone, you will then hear Chanaan come in and play over the drone, and then at some point the rhythm comes in from me and Sonny, and then we start to extemporize not just on that drone and the scale possibilities within that drone, but also on the rhythmical framework. Now, these guys are incredible musicians, because my music I make here, I never let the musicians in on what's going to happen. And the reason for this is because I don't know what's going to happen. I book the musicians, they arrive, and then on the day I say, this is what I would like to do. And it's usually something I thought of in the morning. My idea was to throw a time signature at them, and quite a difficult time signature. And so what you're about to hear is in 15/4. Now 15/4 is quite easy to count, because you're basically counting 2 bars of 4/4 with a 3 added on the end. No, you're not. You are counting 3 bars of 4/4 with a 3 on the end. Now, the reason for this is because when they actually turned up in the morning, I originally wanted to do it in 11. And so I told Sonny the time structure, and he started playing in 15. I thought, oh, that's much better, we'll do it in 15. So that's why I just said that. I do apologize. So 3 bars of 4/4 followed by a 3. So the count of this music will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 1. That's the count of the music. But we are playing that 3 at double speed and dropping 2 3s in. And that creates a rhythmical figure that we were able to improvise off. And also it marks the beginning of the bar. So now the count would be this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. What you're about to see now is myself, Chanaan and Sonny playing this piece of music for you, and I hope the little bit of explanation means that when me and Sonny do kick in, if you can find the count and count it through, you will be able to then enjoy the way we're playing with that time. But also, you'll be able to see whether we go wrong, because we may well have done. This is first take, warts and all. So let me present to you the first piece of music in this video, which I am going to call the Chanaan drone. But at the end of this, I will be then introducing the next piece of music. Anyway, let the music commence. I hope you enjoyed that. When we finished this, we, like most musicians, it was a warm-up in a way. That was the first thing we played in the morning, getting to know each other, and negotiating that music. And after that, the cogs have been oiled, and everyone decided they wanted to do another piece of music. And so what you're about to see now is a jam which is far less structured. But the spanner in the works I've thrown in here is I am utilizing my Roland SPDXXX Pro, whatever it's called. Is that the name of it? Now, this has in it drum sounds, electronic drum sounds, but also samples. I can put samples in there, but today I'm using the Roland stock samples and I'm throwing them at the guys to see what happens. So that becomes the sort of improvisational structure of the sounds within the Roland. This is quite interesting because it brings an electronic component into what you would normally associate with a style of music which is very acoustic. This is very electronic. It's quite interesting, some of the sounds that are produced. It's in 4/4. It's much more straight down the line, but there is a lot more improvisation going on. So I would like to now present to you the second piece of music in this video. Please like and subscribe, and please support these videos because they don't do very well on my channel. They take a whole bunch of time and money to do. People have to travel, get hotels. It really is a convoluted process to bring this to you. And so if you are into this stuff, please support it, share it. And I'm not saying that for me. You know, I could be here now making a video on the 10 greatest kneecaps in rock and roll, which would actually be 20, wouldn't it? I could be doing something like that and getting 4 times the views. The reason I'm saying this is because I believe in the future, if this sort of music is to survive, it will survive in this context, which I feel is better than listening to something on CD, because you get to see reality. You get to see the musicians play. You can shut the visuals off and listen to it like an album, but also we are capturing the musicians in an uncomfortable place. On my videos, the musicians are never allowed to know what's going to happen. They are never allowed to rehearse or really have any idea. So you're seeing them create on the spot. This is the opposite of what we had in the old music industry, where people would push things to absolute perfection and then present that as an album. And I think there was a point in time where that was very, very interesting. But I think one of the things that has really destroyed music is that quest for perfection and the ability to do that in a digital context where people are just listening, especially with bringing in AI. It means that music has become perfect but stilted. And this is why I want to try and rebalance that aesthetically by bringing in musicians and letting you see. And I promise you, these musicians are under pressure. They don't know what's coming their way. Many of the time is with these sort of videos, once I feel we've got the sound, no one's allowed to rehearse, we're straight in. The first take goes down. So with knowing that, you can watch that knowing that everybody's playing by the seat of their pants. There will be mistakes. There will be people getting lost, bum notes, especially me. I'm always all over the place rhythmically as I just lose my focus. And in the studio, that could just go in and, you know, stretch the drums around a little bit, make it sound like nothing ever happened. You will see that, and hopefully, knowing that will make this more exciting for you. AI, it's very difficult for AI to create with its sort of mathematical structured analysis of what's gone before human frailty. And I believe that if human frailty combined with a sensitivity to the musical aesthetic, those two things together is what makes music great, not just the sort of perfect exposition of the musical aesthetic. Human frailty, I believe, balances this idea of the Superman or Superwoman issuing forth perfection in note form. I know we see it all the time on the internet. Often when you come face to face with these musicians in real life and see them play, you realise that there's something else going on there. But that's another video altogether. As is the video that really points out the many, I will call them musicians, but they are barely musicians, who sit there creating some sort of public profile for themselves and maybe even money by calling out fakery, right? I don't want anyone to think who watches my videos that I am against the fakery that exists in the music industry. I believe in free expression. I believe musicians should be allowed to do whatever they want. And yes, you could say, I feel that that music's been faked a little bit, or it's been manipulated, or however you want to describe it. But the idea of destroying a person over that, I don't agree with, and that's something I'm seeing more and more on the internet. Music is made out of love. Creative musicians do all sorts of things, and sometimes they do incredible things, but you must allow them to also make mistakes, try different ideas out, because musicians are not perfect. And I think that as I present this next bit of music to you, that was something that I was always aware of with John McLaughlin. John McLaughlin was never interested in perfection, even though he possessed a technique and a virtuosity where he could have played like that. He was far more interested in reaching the limit of the players. He often said that when you do a concert, it's only a good concert if at the end of the concert there is blood on the stage. Not physical blood, that's the blood spilt through, facing the beast of music, full on, right? Attacking it, making love to it, repelling it, embracing it. There should be something in here that makes people feel. I hope we do that, at least, even if it's just for a couple of minutes or so. If you feel something watching this, our job has been done. Thank you for watching this, and I will now present the second piece of music for you.